Hello class, good evening to all of you again. I Gopal Paliwal welcome you all to another session of this YouTube session on this sprint midterm for grade 9 series. And as you know, the flash is running too fast there, so same way we'll be covering all our topics, the revision is all being done quickly so that your basic concepts and your advanced concepts which you may be lagging somewhere or which you might not understand properly, so on those things we'll be covering each and every topic. So as you all know ki till now we have done number system as well as polynomials has been done. Those who have not watched that videos, you can go and check those videos out. So number system and polynomials has already been over. So today we'll be starting with coordinate geometry. Okay. One more thing, many students were asking me in the last part ki sir, what about NTSE, what about NTSE? So I'll be giving you all the details about NTSE courses, what we'll be going to do, how many classes will be there a week, what will be the topics, everything I'll be discussing at the end of this session. Okay, so hang on and let's move to the main part, which is coordinate geometry today. So let's finish that part. But before that, I always give a homework question which will be for you to answer, and those will be answering me in the comment box. I pick their names and I'll show it in the next session. Okay, so in the last class I have given the homework was, if both x plus 1 and x minus 1 are factors of this, find a and b. Okay, now if x plus 1 is a factor of this ax cube plus x square minus 2x plus b, and you are told to find a and b, as we know these two are factors, so these two factors I have told you, the only role of factors is what? To give us the roots, right? So what I can get is that, sir, since these two are my factors, so I can get the roots. How will I get root from this? I will say, sir, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So I will be getting x is equal to minus 1. And from here I will say, ki sir, x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 1. So these are the two roots. And if this is a root, if these two are the roots, that means at x is equal to minus 1, value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. And x is equal to 1, value of this polynomial will be equal to 0. Right? So we'll do the same thing. Let us say this is a polynomial px. Okay, so we know that p of minus 1 and p of 1, that means value of the polynomial at minus 1 at 1 will be equal to 0. Right? So let us do that. So p of minus 1, from this part we will be getting as, put x is equal to minus 1. So you will be getting a into minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square minus 2 into minus 1 and plus b, which in turns will give you minus 1 cube is minus 1, so minus 1 into a is minus a, then minus 1 square is plus 1, then minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2 plus b. So from here we got our first equation, which is what? We got b minus a plus 3. This is the first equation we have got. Okay, now let us get p1. So p of 1, I will put x is equal to 1 here. So it will become a into 1 cube is 1 only, plus 1 square is again 1, minus 2 into 1 plus b. So you'll be getting a plus 1 minus 2 plus b. That means your final equation you are getting is a plus b minus 1. A plus b minus 1. So these are the two main equations that we have got. Now using these two equations, we have to find out our values of a and b. Okay, now till now it is clear. I think it is clear for all of you. And now let's move ahead. So let us write these two equations. So the first equation was b minus a plus 3. This is the value of the polynomial at p is equal to minus 1. So I know that p is equal to minus 1, it will be equal to 0. And the next equation was a plus b. So I can write a plus b as b plus a, then minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, as you know, कि if I add these two equations, if I add these equations, that means suppose if it's the equation 1 and equation 2, and if I do equation 1 plus equation 2, what I'll be getting? See, if I add these two, b plus b will become 2b, and this minus a plus a will get cancelled, right? So this got cancelled, and plus 3 minus 1 will become plus 2 is equal to 0. So now it is a linear equation in one variable. Earlier it was linear equation in two variable. So we have added or subtracted the equation so that we will be getting linear equation in one variable. So let's solve this. So 2b is equal to minus 2. You will get b is equal to minus 1. Okay, so b is equal to minus 1 is the value which we have got. Now how to proceed further? What we know that, sir, we know कि this b is equal to minus 1 is true for both the equations. As we have added both the equations, this is the value of b. So this value of b is true for either this first equation or second equation. So let us do one thing. Put equation 3. Okay. Put equation 3 in any of the equation. You can put it in equation 1 or you can put it in equation 2. So let us say we will put it in equation 1. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll put b is equal to minus 1. So the equation 1 will become minus 1 minus a plus 3 is equal to 0. 3 minus 1 will become 2. So you will get minus a plus 2 is equal to 0. That means minus a is equal to minus 2. Minus to minus got cancelled. A is equal to 2. Okay, so these are the values which we have got. That means my a is equal to 2 and my b is equal to minus 1. Okay, so this was the solution. I hope all of you enjoyed solving this, and this is a good question. Okay, like a remainder theorem or the factor theorem you have used here. So it's a good question. These questions you may expect to come into your midterm exams. Okay, chalo. So let's see how many students give me the correct answer for this question, and this time the number of students was more. So I'm really happy that as the days are going by, I'm getting more and more correct answers, and I hope one day I'll get many comments that this space will be less to write all the names. So these are the students right now. So Aman, Priyanshu, Nitravati, Lunatic Logic, Indian Genius, Yash, Bharat, Jayant, Sumukh, Shashank and Nipun. So many students who are giving me the daily, who are sending me the answers on the daily basis is Aman, then I can say Lunatic Genius, Yash also I'll get the name again and again, Sumukha is the name, Jayant also. So some names are here which are giving me answers since the starting. So good, very good bachcho, you are doing a fantastic job, and all of you, your preparation is going on really well. Just focus, just be confident for your midterm and you'll do well. Okay, chalo. So today we will be starting with coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry, as all of you know, ki we have only the plotting of the points in our syllabus. So what are the axes, what are x-axis, what is y-axis, where is origin, and then what is ordinate, what is abscissa. So all those things we have talked about, right? So let us solve some questions now, and with the help of the questions we'll be understanding the problems. Okay, so the first question is point minus 6 comma 0. Point minus 6 comma 0 lies on which of the following? So let us first understand how does the Cartesian coordinate works. Okay, so suppose this, as you know, the vertical line will be your y-axis and this negative will be your this horizontal line will be your x-axis. Okay, so the horizontal line is called x-axis, the vertical line is called y-axis. This is your positive x-axis, this is your negative x-axis. This is your positive y-axis, this is your negative y-axis, and the intersection of both the axes is called origin, which is denoted by O. Okay, it is called origin, which is denoted by O. Which is denoted by O. Now any points, suppose any point you will pick here, suppose this point. So how do you write this point? Always remember, just see what is the x coordinate here. Let us say x coordinate is x, and what is the y coordinate here. Okay, so these two coordinates we need to find out. Okay, what is the x coordinate, what is the y coordinate? Let us, this is my point A. Now A point will always be written as, see, how do you find out the x coordinate? The point's distance, remember this thing, x coordinate is nothing but the point's distance from y-axis. Okay, x coordinate is what? Points distance from y-axis. So distance is always perpendicular. So if this is x, this is also will be equal to x. So what is x coordinate? X coordinate, these are the true and false question which are asked many times. X coordinate is distance of point from y-axis. Y-axis, as you can see, this point, its distance from y-axis is given by this line, and this line is nothing but equal to x only. If this distance is x, this distance will also be equal to x. Okay, so let me use a different colored pen. So this will be x. So the distance of a point from y-axis is the x coordinate, and similarly what is the y coordinate? As you can see, y coordinate is distance of the point from x-axis. This point is a distance of y, because if this distance is y, this is also y. Okay, so from here I will say ki sir, my y coordinate, what do I mean by y coordinate? My y coordinate means distance of a point from x-axis. Okay, so these are the true and false questions are asked. Sometimes students, what they'll do, they'll think ki x coordinate is the distance of point from x-axis, and they'll make it false, which is wrong. The x coordinate is distance of this point from y-axis, and y coordinate is distance of this point from x-axis. Okay, so these are the x and y coordinate. Now this point's distance from, or this point's x coordinate is x, or we can say ki distance of this point from y-axis is x and distance of this point from x-axis is y. So always remember this thing, bachcho, ki the point is always denoted by this method x comma y. That means first you will write what is the x coordinate, and then you will write what is the y coordinate. First you will write what is the x coordinate, and then you will write y coordinate. Okay, so this is how a point is represented. This is how a point is represented. Now what they were asking to us, key point -6, 0. So that means this is telling us x coordinate, this is telling us y coordinate. Okay, this is telling us y coordinate. Now x coordinate is -x. So remember bachcho ki this is the x-axis, so I have told you this is positive x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this way will be here, and -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 will be here. Okay, so x coordinate -6, y coordinate 0. So y coordinate 0, where do we see? Y coordinate 0 is here only. So this is the point. So where we are getting it? We are getting it as -6, 0. Now this is the point -6, 0. Now tell me, it is lying on what? On the negative direction of the x-axis, on the negative direction of the y-axis, in the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant? We will say it will be lying on the negative direction of the x-axis. It will be lying on the negative direction of the x-axis. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead now. The next question, point 0, -7 lies on the axis. So point 0, -7 will lie where? So as we see that, sir, point 0, -7 will be, suppose this is your, okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0, x-axis is 0. So x-axis 0 means on x-axis where is point 0? 0 here. And then on y coordinate -7, that means on negative -7. So I will get my point to be here. So this will be 0, -7. This will be 0, -7. So we will say point 0, 7 lies on the negative y axis. Axis is already written there. So 0, -7 lies on the negative y axis. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead now. The next question is, okay, so I have to erase it. So the next question is this. abscissa of a point is positive in this. Now the new term which has came is abscissa. So there are two things, abscissa and ordinate. Okay, what is abscissa? Abscissa is your x coordinate. Abscissa is your x coordinate. Okay, and your y coordinate, it is called ordinate. Okay, it is called ordinate. So abscissa is your x coordinate and y coordinate is called ordinate. So abscissa and ordinate, they are also the terms. So now they are asking abscissa of a point is positive in which and which quadrants. So as we know, suppose if it is my Cartesian coordinate, I think I have to change it to red only. Okay, so if it is my Cartesian coordinate, so I can see here key positive y-axis, they want only positive x-axis. Okay, so positive x-axis is here. Okay, and this is the negative x-axis. So let us focus this part. So this quadrant is called first quadrant, this is called second quadrant, this is called third quadrant, and this is called fourth quadrant. Okay, this is called fourth quadrant. Now in first quadrant, as you can see, in this part, x coordinate will be positive as well as y coordinate will also be positive, so both positive. In the second coordinate, you will see that x coordinate is negative but y coordinate is positive because it is covering this area. Okay, so you will see ki sir, my x is negative but my y is positive. In this third quadrant, you will see ki x is negative as well as y is also negative, so both are negative. And in fourth quadrant, you will see x is positive and y is negative. Okay, so this is the distribution there. You can see it, no need to remember, you can already see it that this is both plus. In second quadrant, negative and plus. In third quadrant, negative and negative. And in fourth quadrant, positive and negative. Why I am writing in this order only? Because as I have told you, x coordinate we will be writing first. So first we will see x is positive, y is also positive. X is negative, y is positive. X is negative, y is negative. X is positive, y is negative. So they are asking abscissa, that means abscissa means x coordinate should be positive. So we are getting this only in two things, which is what? In first and fourth quadrant. In first and fourth quadrant. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead now. A point both of whose coordinates are negative will lie in, so as we have seen just now, key point whose both coordinates, that means x and y, both the coordinates are negative, so it will be lying into the, this is negative and this is also negative, so which is this quadrant? This is the third quadrant, so it will be lying in third quadrant. Okay, so coordinate geometry is very easy, and these are, like, I would like to say ki free ke marks. Okay, like you should not get any question wrong, and that is why I'm telling you ki don't be in a way ki you make silly mistakes in these questions. Sometimes students tend to make, suppose 7,2 point you were told to represent, and you will show 2,7. So this is a very silly mistake and your whole answer goes wrong. And sometimes you will see that this coordinate geometry will be there in your midterm for 4-mark questions as well. Ki plot 4 or 5 points they'll be giving. So those questions are like free ke marks, free ke 4 marks. Do not leave them, do not lose them, do not even think of making a single mistake in those questions, because those are the easiest one. As you can say ki bhaiya free ke marks, the examiner wants you to take the marks ki le lo yaar marks, please take your marks and go. Okay, so don't make mistakes in coordinate geometry. Let's move to the next part. If A, which is -1, -2, B is 2, -3, C is 1, -2, D is -3, -2, and E is -5, -5 are plotted on the graph paper, then the points in the fourth quadrant are. Now first thing is, no need to plot them on the graph paper. Okay, no need to plot them on the graph paper. Just by looking at these also we can say ki which one will be on the fourth quadrant. Okay, so first is I would tell you ki how you know. So as all of you know ki we know in fourth quadrant, we know, or we can actually tell the location of the position of this, arey yaar, what is it? we can actually tell the position of each and every point, that where this point is lying in which quadrant. So as we know ki sir, this is my coordinate and how much point do I need? 5 5. Okay, chalo. So 1 2 3 4 5 and minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5, 1 2 3 4 5 and minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5. Okay, so this, as you know, is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis. Draw the arrows at the end so that it will show okay, it will be going beyond it, negative y-axis. Okay, and this is your point O. Right, now first thing, let us do not use it and let us focus there. So A is minus 1 comma 2. So x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive. X coordinate negative, y coordinate positive, I know it will be lying in second quadrant. Right, same method. Now B is 2 comma minus 3. X coordinate positive, y coordinate negative, that means this will be lying in fourth quadrant. C 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2. So C 1 comma 2. X coordinate positive, y coordinate negative, again I will say it will be in the fourth quadrant. Minus 3 comma minus 2, both are negative, it should be in the third quadrant. And minus 5 comma 5, x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive, so it should be in the second quadrant. Right, so as you can see, none of them are in the first quadrant because none of the coordinates are both positive. Right, now let us plot those points. A point will be your minus 1 comma minus 2. So minus 1 point, x-axis minus 1 point is here, and comma 2, so minus 1, let me just, okay, so this is your minus 1 and this is your 2. Okay, so I will say ki bhaiya, this is your point A, which is minus 1 comma 2, which is minus 1 comma 2. I think we'll be using red only. So A point will be what? See here, on x coordinate I have taken minus 1, on y coordinate I have taken 2, so A point is your minus 1 comma 2. Now let us take B point. B point is 2 comma 3. So on x 2 and on y minus 3, so minus 1 is here, minus 2 is here, so this will be a point. It is a very rough diagram, you are not allowed to draw a rough diagram, you will be given a rough graph paper, right? So this is your point B, which is 2 comma minus 3. Okay, now C point, 1 comma minus 2, so 1 is here, minus 2, where is minus 2? Here, so 1 comma minus 2 will be here. C point, which is 1 comma minus 2. Okay, then D point is minus 3 comma minus 2, so minus 3 on x-axis, minus 2 on y-axis, so you will be getting somewhere here. Okay, so this will be your D point, which is minus 3 comma minus 2. Okay, right, and minus 5 comma 5, so minus 5 is here, 5 is in the first place here, so minus 5 comma 5, this is your point E, which is minus 5 comma 5. Got it? So this is how you can get it, and as you can see, A is in the A here is in the second coordinate, B is in the fourth quadrant, C is also in the fourth quadrant, D is in the third quadrant, and E is in the second quadrant. Okay, so just by knowing the signs also you can first tell that where the point will be lying, and then similarly you can plot those points. The only thing is you have to remember is when you draw the diagram, make sure that you make equal spaces, you take the whatever scale you are using. Also do not forget to write the scale here, so you can say ki on x-axis your scale will be, let us say you are saying 1 centimeter is 1 unit, and your y-axis you will say ki 1 centimeter is your 1 unit, whatever unit it is there. Here since it is only the point, so I am telling you 1 axis is equal to 1 unit. Okay, so this is how your representation matters a lot in this part. In this chapter your representation matters a lot. So draw a neat diagram, try to make these lines with dash lines. Okay, draw a dash lines like this to make them, to join them. Okay, and when you get the point, just circle it big enough here, like not a big large enough but a small bit point, and then write the point, suppose A, and write it points that it is -1, 2 or like that. Okay, it is very important to write the points coordinate. So this is where your representation matters a lot, so just represent it in a good way. Chalo, let's move to the next question. So the next question is, if A are plotted on the graph paper, then the points on the x-axis are, which points will be on the x-axis? So what is my A? My A is equal to 3, 4. A is equal to 3, 4, B is equal to 5, 0, C is equal to 0, 9, D is equal to 0, -3, and E is equal to 0, 0. Okay, chalo. So let me see. A, it is in which quadrant? Let me see in the chat box quickly. A is in which quadrant? Both are positive, both are positive, both are positive. Yes, correct. So it will be in the first quadrant. Let us say B. B will be in which quadrant or on which axis? 5, 0. It should be on which axis? As x coordinate is something, y coordinate is 0. That means it will be on x axis. Correct. C should be on x coordinate 0. Y is something positive. C should be on. C should be on quickly in the chat box. C should be on y axis. Okay, then D is 0, -3. D is 0, -3. Again, x coordinate 0 on y something. So again, this will be also on y axis. Correct. And E is 0, 0. 0, 0 means origin. Okay. Now they were asking which points are on x axis. So I will say sir, B is there. But there is one more point. What is that point? E, origin. Why origin? Because origin is the intersection point of both the axes. That means origin lies on x axis as well as y axis. So if I was asked that how many points are lying on y axis, so I will take the name as C, D and E. So E will be the only point out of all those infinite points which is lying on x axis as well as y axis. Okay, so this is an interesting thing to note. Many students make a silly mistake here. They will think it is origin, so not included there, but origin is also included in x axis. So when you are talking about x axis, origin will be included. When you are talking about y axis, origin will again be included. Okay, chalo, let's move to the next question. The next question is this: write whether the following statements are true and false. Justify your answer. Okay, so we'll be just writing true and false. Answer I will be telling you how to justify it. Point -2, 0 lies in the second quadrant. Is it true? Point -2, 0 lies in the second quadrant. I just want to see in the chat box quickly. Point -2, 0. Is it lying in the second quadrant? As many are getting it correct, sir, it is false. Why it is false? It is false because -2, 0, where it is lying? -2, 0, x coordinate something, y coordinate 0. It is lying on x axis. Okay, and x axis and y axis, they do not comes under any quadrant. Okay, x axis and y axis, the points on x axis and y axis, they do not come under any quadrant. Okay, they are the boundaries which are dividing. So they are like on the LOC. Okay, neither India nor Pakistan, so they are on the LOC. So point -2, 0 false, it is on the x axis. Point 2, -2 and -1, 2 lie in the same quadrant. It is again false. Why? Sir, 2, -2, x coordinate positive, y coordinate negative. So x coordinate positive, y coordinate negative. So which is this quadrant here? This quadrant we are talking is fourth quadrant. Correct? So I will say no sir, this is in the fourth quadrant, and -1, 2, x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive, we are talking about second quadrant. So they are not in the same part. The coordinates of a point whose ordinate I have told you already, ordinate means y coordinate. So this is the y coordinate is, so for this point y coordinate is half and abscissa x is 1. So the representation will be -2, -half, 1. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? No, na? Right? We always represent the points in the form of x, y. So the representation should be 1, -half. Okay? So this is again false. Now, a point lies on x-axis at a distance of 1 unit from the y-axis. Its coordinates are 0, 1. I just want all of you to give me an answer whether this point is true or false. A point lies on x-axis. okay, a point lies on x-axis at a distance of 1 unit from the y-axis. Its coordinates are 0, -1. Is it true or false? So as many are saying it false, and false is correct. Why it is false? Because sir, the coordinate you are writing about is 0, 1. 0, 1 will be lying on the y-axis, and you are saying here that point lies on x-axis at a distance of 1 unit from y-axis. So if a point is at a distance of 1 unit from y-axis, the point will be 1, 0. Okay, so this statement is false. This is a point on y-axis. So the correct representation should be what? For this point should be 1, 0. Okay, at a distance, point lying on x-axis at a distance of 1. So this distance is 1, which is the distance from y-axis. Okay, so this is also false. Are we going to get all false? Let's see. -1, 3 is a point in the third quadrant. Again, -1, 3 positive, so it is a point in the second quadrant, so again it is false. So I think if someone must have made tukka for all the things, he would have got it correct, but let's see. Okay, so all are false here right now. So I think all of you got it part. Fourth one was a good question. Okay, so you just don't get confused in the fourth one type of questions. Third one also many students tends to make mistake. They get confused between ordinate and abscissa. So remember, abscissa is x-axis and ordinate is y-axis, right? Chalo. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is this: plot the following points and write the name of the figure obtained by joining them in order. Okay, so we'll do it very quickly. As all of us have already learned how to draw the points or how to plot the points, so I'll be quickly drawing the points here. Okay, I need the range from 7. Okay, chalo. So let us draw a good diagram here. I think the color is changing. Let us better keep it to red only. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we might get a rough diagram, but if you will solve it using your proper graph paper, you will get a good diagram. So -3, 2, P is -3, 2, -3, 2. This is my P. Okay, I'm not writing the point, but you should write in the examination P is -3, 2 because it will be very bulky right now. Okay, so I'm not writing the points. Q is -7, -3. So -7 is here, -3. So -3 is here. So it will be somewhere here. This is your point Q. Then R is 6, -3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, -3. So -3 will be here. Okay. And 2, 2. Where is 2, 2? 2, 2 is here. Okay. So P, Q, R and S. Now let us join those all. Okay. So this is the shape we are getting now. Now if I ask you what is the shape here, many of you will be writing quadrilateral. So I'll deduct half marks. Okay, because it is actually not a general quadrilateral. It has some special properties. As you can see that this this QR and PS, they are parallel. So there is one set of lines which are parallel to each other. So the shape obtained will be trapezium. Okay, so the shape obtained will be trapezium. So this is how we proceed further, and let's move to the next question. The next question is this. So again here what you'll be doing, the only thing which I have included this, that what do you mean by taking the scale. So when you will be drawing the graph here, when you will be drawing the graph here, okay, the scale means in your graph, as you will see, the squares of 1 centimeter are given. So here they are telling you use scale as 0.25 units. That means after 1 centimeter your scale will be 0.25. Then so this will be your 0.25. Then this will be 0.5. 0.5, then 0.75, and then 1, and then again 1.25, and so on it will go. Similarly, on the negative y-axis it will be minus of 0.25, then minus of 0.5, then minus of 0.75, and then minus of 1. So this way. Similarly, on the x-axis also 0.25. So the main part is you have to take a scale of 0.25. 1 centimeter will be equal to 0.25. So the scale you have taken on both the axes you have to take, and then you can plot the points. Okay, so this is why I have included this question, to just tell you how would you take the scale. Got it? Now let's move ahead. So plot the points and check whether they are collinear or not. So it can be done very easily. What you will be doing, that see, in the upcoming grades you will be getting the formulas where you won't need to put these points on a graph and check. Okay, but in grade 9th what we'll be doing, we'll be plotting these points on a graph, and then we will see that whether using a scale, can I get all the 3 points in a straight line? Can I get all the 3 points on a straight line? See, 2 points always lie in a straight line. We know that if 2 points are there, they always lie on a straight line. Correct? Now, if there is third point, suppose here, so I can say these 3 points are not lying on a same point. So we will say that these 3 points, let us say A, B and C. So these 3 points A, B and C are not collinear. Okay, not collinear. Collinear means lying on a straight line, only on a line on a same straight line. Okay, line on the same, I'll say line on the same straight line, lying on the straight line. So that means only one straight line and all points should be there. So this is not an example of collinear points. And suppose if I have points like P, Q and R, and if I join them, so I can say, sir, P, Q and R, all 3 are lying on a straight line. So from here I can say P, Q and R are collinear. Okay, so this all of you can solve it very easily. Just plot the points and just check whether they all are lying on a straight line or not. If they all are lying on a straight line, that means they are collinear, and if they are not lying on a straight line, that means they are not collinear. So collinear means all the points, the given points, they should all lie on a straight lines. 2 points are always collinear because 2 points will always form a straight line. 3, 4, 5. So when we have to check that, we'll just draw all the points, dot all the points, join all of them, and we'll see all the points should lie on a straight line. Okay, chalo. So now let's move to your homework question, which is this. Okay, so in which quadrant or on which axis each of the following points lie? There are 5 points. Let us say I will name them A, B, C, D, E. I want to get maximum response for this because it's a very easy question. Okay, just tell me A in which quadrant, B in which quadrant, C in which quadrant, D in which quadrant, E in which quadrant. Do not make any silly mistakes. One silly mistake and your name might not be in the next session. Okay, so give the answer very carefully. And now, as I was saying, the coordinate geometry part is over because this was your coordinate geometry. So next class onwards, we'll be starting with linear equation in 2 variables. Okay, now the main thing which I wanted to tell you is, or I'm getting the many responses about it, that sir, what about NTSE? What about NTSE? So yes, bachcho, NTSE course will be starting from this week only, and it will be twice a week. Twice a week. When the course will come, the classes will be on Friday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Okay, the classes will be on Friday and Sunday at 9 p.m. and the coming Friday, that means on 23rd, I am teaching you the topic sequence and inserting the missing character. Inserting the missing character. So this is the first topic which I am taking in the coming session. Okay, so if I hope by now many of you must have purchased a book for math. Okay, say any publication book you can purchase for math practice. So in that, just go for this chapter, sequence and inserting the missing character, and start solving the sums on your own. It will be very beneficial. It is my request to all of you कि those who are serious for MAT examination, those who are serious for NTSA examination, and you have to be serious, should be serious, because MAT is a thing which will be like helpful for you in a lot longer time, right? So those who have already got the books can start practicing this chapter. Those who have not got, wow, nice catch, right? So those who have not got the book, what they'll do, you can go to internet, use internet as you are using internet now, any site, just type sequence and inserting the missing character aptitude problems. Just type sequence or insert the missing character aptitude problems. Okay, you will get plenty of problems to solve. Just solve them. Start solving it before Friday so that you will have a basic idea. Got it? Chalo. So this is all from my side. I hope all of you enjoyed today's webinar as well, today's session as well. And then next session, I'll be talking about linear equation in two variables, right? So all of you, as you know, Vedantu's website or in Vedantu's app, you will get the schedule of all the classes. Your doubt solving app is also there, and the free master classes also, you'll be getting the schedules of it. So do download Vedantu's app so that you'll be in touch with us and you'll get the schedule of each and every class, and doubt solving support is also given there. And then like, share and subscribe this video. I hope all of you are enjoying this. So do like, share and subscribe, and share it with your other friends, those who are facing difficulties for your midterm problems, and share the MAT problems or NTSC course links also to all this part. So you can do one thing, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. It is very important, because any new class you'll be getting, will be uploading, you will get a notification for it so that you can watch it at that point. Okay, so those who want to reach me, they can reach me here at gopal.paliwal@vedantu.com. okay, so I'll see you soon class in the next webinar, and this coming Friday I'll be with you on sequence and inserting the missing characters with MAT class. Okay, so I hope all of your doubts are answered now. Any doubts further, you can mention in the comment box, or you can write to me at gopal.paliwal@vedantu.com. I'll reply to your queries. Okay, so till then, bye bye, good night, see you soon. Yep, chalo, bye bye.